Brooklyn Independent Television.
Welcome to Brooklyn Review. I'm Brian Vines. Nigeria is the filmmaking powerhouse of the African continent, producing some 200 movies a month. Nollywood is big business, and its reach extends to Brooklyn, where authorities are taking action to ensure Nigeria's blockbusters don't become Brooklyn's bootlegs.
And I made them understand that Brooklyn, unfortunately, was the worst community in the world in terms of piracy of Nigerian movies outside Africa. They had to act.
The Filmmakers Association of Nigeria in the USA has been leading the fight against piracy of Nollywood films.
What we did for 5 years was to approach some of these store owners and say, what's going on? Why don't you want to be legitimate? Why do you want to ruin, and most of them are Africans, continental Africans. Why do you want to ruin an industry that has the capacity of helping the whole of Africa develop? And they just look at you like you're stupid. And sometimes they walk you out of the store. So I said, well, at a certain point in time, we cannot allow this to continue. So I approached the Brooklyn DA's office.
We were approached by officials in the Nigerian government, and Nigeria has the second largest film industry in the world. We set up an undercover sting. We purchased these fake DVDs in 9 stores in Brooklyn, and then we raided the stores. We have more than 10,000 of these phony films. We grabbed the books and records of all these companies, and now we're going to slowly and painstakingly go through the books and records to identify who the wholesalers are. And then we fully expect to come down very, very hard on the wholesalers and to prosecute them with some serious jail time. They are crippling an industry, and they shouldn't be allowed to do that without consequence.
So this film you directed,
Yeah.
what is the film about?
It's a romantic comedy. An average Nigerian movie between 30,000 and thereabout, you know. So that's
An average time, what's the average time it takes to make a Nollywood film?
yeah, it varies. 7 days, 8 days, 20 days.
So if you had to talk about the identity of Nollywood films for somebody who's never seen one, what's the identity?
African. That's actually the drive. So something Africans can relate with and something non-Africans want to identify Africans with. That's the blow there. That's what makes it different from every other movie. It's not like you want to watch a love story and then you say, okay, let me look for an African movie. It's that you want to see an African movie. You want to see the love side of Africans. You want to see how Africans tell their love story. That's the difference.
The first time they are seeing how Africans really live, and it's not coming from Discovery Channel. You know what I mean?
So why do you choose to, I don't know if you know this, but this is actually the only...
Original, you mean from the bootleg, because it's illegal, and that way you're not supporting the actors and, you know, the producers and everybody that's involved in the movie industry.
Did you know that D.A. Hines actually went into all the illegal shops about 10 days ago and took out about 10,000 DVDs of all these pirated Nigerian films?
No, but that is good. That is good. That is good. Putting business and the money in the right people's pocket again.
I asked Ikechukwu what he thought about Brooklyn's initiative.
Back home, it's unheard of, you know, that somebody is arrested for piracy. You know, it's not something we talk about. We talk about it, but the government has never taken it serious. So for me, it was like, let me see if this is really true. And so I went, you know, and it was true. For me, it's a landmark victory. It's a milestone. It's something I will never forget in a hurry.
I found out that pirated DVDs are made only for 40 cents a copy, which means that the store owners who sell bootleg versions are guaranteed an immense profit. So based on that economic model, why would anyone sell originals?
I was proud in a way. You know, I've lived here so long, and I was proud in a way to see a product, you know, from Africa. It's not been touched by any other people. It's Africans telling their stories, you know, and people like it.
One of the problems with piracy is that it's easy and cheap. The stores, which were recently raided, are already stocked up and back in business.
You walk on the street, you see people selling bootleg copies. You walk into these stores and you see your movie being sold all over the place as a bootleg copy.
Sadly, a bootleg version of Ikechukwu movie was already back on the shelves.
You suffer so much to make this movie. When you talk about $20,000, back home in Nigeria, $20,000 is a whole lot of money.
A lot of countries in Africa, the mineral resources, account for 98% of their foreign exchange earning. You can't survive as a country like that. You have to create products and try to distribute and market your products. Africa is not really doing that. It's unfortunate. And this is the first product that people have embraced outside Africa, that are made by Africans. And that's why it is so critical. That's why it's so important that you cannot allow this industry to die.
For Brooklyn Review, this is Ambika Samarthia.
Become a fan on Facebook, like Brooklyn Independent Television.